RaceRoom Racing Experience has been quietly evolving since its launch back in 2013. Free-to-play racing simulator that's built a loyal following among hardcore sim racers developed by KW Studios. The team formerly known as Simbin, the game carries a legacy of realism that stretches all the way back to classics like GTR2 and Race 07. But while it's been long respected for its authentic handling and incredible sound design, RaceRoom has sometimes sat in the shadows of giants like ACC, iRacing, R-Factor, and most recently Le Mans Ultimate and AMS2. That might be about to change. But before we go on, let's look at some of the reviews. This is quickly becoming my go-to sim for online play. I particularly like the feel of the cars over iRacing, as well as the force feedback feel. This is the best free racing game. One of the best racing simulators I've ever played. Despite being a bit old, it's still very modern graphics and runs at high performance. One of my favourite things about the game is the adaptive AI, which adjusts to your playing style. Remember, if you like this content, like and subscribe to see more. Over the last year, RaceRoom has rolled out some of the biggest updates ever, with major graphical improvements, a refreshed multiplayer system, and new cars and tracks that bring modern performance and visual polish to a decade-old platform. Earlier this year, we saw new content including Alfa Romeo 156, Opel Vectra and the Ring Street Circuit, to September's huge concept drop featuring the BMW M Hybrid V8, Lamborghini SC63 and the Porsche 963 hypercar. RaceRoom is now competing head-on with the best sims in the market. The combination of refined physics engine, expanding car roster, and the fact it's still free to start makes RaceRoom one of the most compelling downloads in sim racing today. This might just be the perfect time to rediscover or finally experience what RaceRoom Racing Experience has become. I'm going to go through the top 10 things that I've experienced on RaceRoom that make this a go-to sim for your collection. The most immediately noticeable improvement in RaceRoom are the graphics. The lighting system has been reworked to discover richer contrast, deeper colours and much more natural tone. When I downloaded the update and got in, I was really impressed. The reflections on the car are now crisp and detailed, with metallic paint catching the light in a way that matches the very best of rival sims. The trackside objects, grandstands, pit building and curving have been retextured for added realism. Shadows move fluidly across the surface, and environmental depth now gives each circuit a genuine sense of place. Whether it's the glow of the sunset over Spa, RaceRoom finally looks as good as it drives. The other thing I love about RaceRoom is the exclusive tracks and cars. It features unique circuits you won't find in most other sims. The Ring Street Circuit, a revival of the 1990s DM venue, is a perfect example. Other exclusives include Bilsterberg, Ningbo International Circuit, and also Macau Street Circuit, along with a host of others. RaceRoom's licensing agreement also brings in exclusive touring cars and one make series like the ADAC GT Masters DTM from multiple eras. It's a playground for fans of European motorsport. For collectors and racing purists, this uniqueness adds real value. RaceRoom remains one of the few premium grade sims that is free to download. The base game includes a generous selection of cars and tracks, allowing newcomers to experience the physics without paying a cent. This can be an issue because on Steam the game sits around 76% satisfaction rating. Some of the lower scores come from users frustrated about the need to pay for additional content, but this is missing the point. The free-to-play model lets you buy only what you want, and the money goes directly into development by KW Studios. The latest update has transformed how RaceRoom cars behave. The sense of the vehicle's weight and the transfer is more authentic than ever. You feel the chassis pitch under braking, the tyres squeal and bite into the asphalt, and the suspension compress as you load up a corner. It's subtle but immediately noticeable. The very first time I put my foot on the brake, I could really feel the juddering and the contact between tyre and the road surface. When you overdrive, you know it. When you nail a perfect corner, you feel the balance working beneath you. The updated tyre model brings RaceRoom's handling up to modern sim standards, offering a deeply satisfying, grounded experience. This all connects to the force feedback. It's pure communication. Force feedback in RaceRoom has always been praised, but the latest version elevates it to another level. You can feel the grip changes through your wheel, the texture of the tarmac, the vibrations of the tyres as they start to judder, and even the pulsing kick of ABS under braking. The force feedback now gives you total confidence in what the car is doing. There's no floaty sensation, everything is planted and predictable. For direct drive users, the nuance is incredible. The transition from grip to slip is smooth and intuitive. It's that connection between the driver and the car that makes the sim racing addictive, and RaceRoom has done an amazing job. Of course, setting this up is not always easy, but out of the box, it performs really well. But if you want to adjust anything, the menu is intuitive and flexible. The setup and configuration menus have been streamlined and modernized. Whether you're adjusting car balance or your steering wheel, the process is quick, clean and easy. Hardware detection works flawlessly with most modern devices, and the level of adjustability from suspension geometry to brake bias is extensive. The interface feels logical and snappy, allowing new players to get racing within minutes. RaceRoom's goal is to get you on track, not trapped in menus, and it succeeds brilliantly. Of course, when you're out on track, you can now race other competitors in an ELO racing system for smarter competition. RaceRoom's new ELO-based race system is a major leap forward for organising multiplayer in RaceRoom. It's now fully integrated into the game, offering ranked races, matchmaking and skill progression. You can schedule events, grids ahead of time and build consistent rivalries with other racers. The ELO ranking system ensures fair competition, rewarding consistent performance and clean racing. This adds a layer of structure that's been missing from the Sims multiplayer in the past. For anyone that's tired of chaotic public lobbies or random events with no structure, this system transforms RaceRoom into a genuine online racing platform. Remember, if you'd like this content, like and subscribe to see more. The AI has seen a significant refinement over the past few months. It now adapts better to track conditions, braking zones and grip levels. You'll notice that opponents defend realistically, take calculated risk and make fewer erratic moves. They manage tyre temperatures and react to your presence, and even adjust aggression based on proximity. Gone are the days of robotic AI lines and impossible braking points. These drivers feel human. The September 2025 patch, in particular, improves the AI's awareness in corners for better differentiated performance between car classes, making racing more engaging than ever. Performance optimization is another big success story. I'm running on the 3080 Ti with all the settings maxed and a full grid of cars. RaceRoom maintains a silky smooth frame rate with no stuttering or frame drops. The engine has been refined to better utilize multi-core CPUs and distribute loads efficiently. Even older GPU users report more stable frame pacing and reduced latency. This makes a huge difference when racing in VR or ultra-wide setups. The result? A consistently impressive experience without sacrificing fidelity. Proof that the update and refinement to the engine have paid off. RaceRoom has been one of the best kept secrets in sim racing, but hopefully it won't be a secret for much longer. From its revamped physics and stunning graphics to its smart multiplayer and unique content, RaceRoom at the end of 2025 feels fresh, powerful and incredibly fun. And remember, it's free to start. So if you ever wanted to experience a true racing sim built on passion and precision, now's the perfect time to download RaceRoom and hit the track. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.